Songwriters, let me tell you an inside secret about why it's so hard to make it out there or to really get your stuff sold. I mean, you have to be on the ball, you have to be really great or be within somebody's style, specific style, or be exactly what somebody's looking for um, to get your songs done by anybody, any big name artist, anyways. But see, I don't really know about selling your songs to other random artists that are just coming up. I think that's a different thing. But here's what I'm aware of. And I'm probably not supposed to tell this story. And if I tell this story, I think that some of you may go, yeah, that's true. And then some of you may go, and then, it may totally destroy my future in songwriting. But I feel like they have been destroying my future in songwriting ever since I started. So it doesn't matter anymore. Here's what happened to me. I used to write songs, literally just bam out one after the other, after the other, just night after night, and they would have tunes to them, and I would write down on the top or the bottom who I thought they'd be good for, what singer I thought I'd want to sing that song or do that rap or whatever it was. And not only did that notebook that, if you've seen a video about when I met Eminem, not only did that notebook get stolen, but there have been 3 other notebooks of mine with about 4 albums altogether. Probably like 5 albums if you count how many songs there were, but some of them went to random artists. It wasn't a full album, but I had like three or 4 full albums for a specific artist, which I thought was going to be me. But those notebooks were stolen. And I got an opportunity to be an extra in a movie where a couple of stars were gonna be in it, a rapper and a singer. And I went because that particular singer was somebody I wrote the song for, and I knew it. I was like, they have my notebook. She'll probably know what to do with it. If I tell her who I am, she might want to meet with me. Who knows, maybe she'll agree to compensate me in some way. I don't know. I was just hoping for the best. And I think we saw her there, but I'm not sure we really met. I think I saw her and waved, and didn't want to really bother the stars, but I talked to like the director, and I talked to other people that were in the movie, and I kept telling everybody that I spoke to, I'm looking for my notebook, I'm looking for my notebook. And anyway, long story short, I gave somebody my address, and about 2 weeks later I received a package in the mail with at least 200 songs, copies of songs that were in notebooks. You could see the little metal spiral edges on them. They were copies of songs in notebooks. And I didn't read every single song, but I read a few, and I said, these aren't mine. And if mine were in there, I didn't find them because I didn't read all of them. So that was my stupid mistake. I should have gone through every single one. But I was really just kind of overwhelmed by it. I was like, what? Why is there so many songs that are not mine? Why are they sending me? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Do they expect me to go into the studio with these? And I was like, I immediately thought they're trying to get me sued. So I got really upset, and there was a book in there, like I don't know what it was, like a black magic book or something like that, and a ring. And I threw everything out. I put everything in recycling, and I started crying to my mom. And she didn't know what to do. She doesn't know anything about music. And so I cried and I threw the stuff out. And the next morning, somebody was rummaging through our recycling and took them out of the recycling. But that whole week, there was like a white van outside of my house just sitting there. But that has happened to me a lot in my life, where like a white van or a black car has been sitting in front of my house, and I don't know who they are. I can't say it's people in the music industry, private investigators, whatever. I can't say that, but I just don't know who that was. It's something suspicious in my life. Anyways, so the songs were then stolen from my recycling, and then we recycled. So even if you don't believe that they were stolen from my recycling, the recycling truck came. Okay, so the things are gone, and my notebook was gone, and I didn't check all of the songs to see if any of them were mine. I think that, and my point here is that they steal a lot of music from people. They try to get as much free as they can from people that don't know any better, and offset meetings. And I've had my notebook stolen out of my backpack, and I tried to get it back from a guy who said he was Timbaland. I looked at him. I'm like, man, you are not Timbaland. Stop lying. I tried to get my notebook back, and he refused to give it to me, and I didn't want to fight him over it. I thought I was so talented. Fine, I'll come up with something better. Just get the hell out of here. And I got really mad. And so sometimes I let them go. It happened again with another notebook. Somebody came inside of my hotel room where I was staying in Tennessee and literally took my notebook off my bed. And when I tried to grab it, he put his hand in his pocket like he had a gun and threatened me. So they steal. It is rough. If you ever seen Empire, I'm telling you, it's not that far from the truth. And so people who are really out there, like copywriting their songs and trying to get money, and find it to be really like a difficult thing, that is why, because they try to get as much as they can for free, and they do. They still do it. I can name all the artists that have done my songs, but that would be a longer video. So that is a true fact. I wish you all luck, songwriters. I know it's not always like that. Some people are honest, and if there's a song good enough and you have it copywritten, or how do you say that? Copyrighted? Whatever. Anyway, whatever. I wish you luck, and I hope that these things don't happen to you. I wish that they didn't happen anymore. But it's not even a question of whether or not you're stupid in the business. It's just whether or not they're able to take advantage of you in any way. Somebody has come directly into my house and stolen a song from under my pillow. These are stories that are hard to believe. Why do they do it to me? Because I don't want to. Well, I'm not going to get into why, but it has happened where a man has literally broken into my house and taken a song from underneath my pillow, and I saw him coming, and I had to take a shower. It's like, he's not going to come in here, so I took the song with me into the shower, and when I got out of the shower, I left it under the pillow while I was getting ready in the bathroom, and he came in while I was getting ready in the bathroom. And I went running after him. I realized that I had left the garage door open. the door to get into the garage was open. So he got into my house, and totally our fault for leaving that door unlocked. But yeah, people used to follow me around, and um, I I couldn't make it stop. I was like, uh, you know, at some points in time, I was scared for my life, and I don't know why they do this to some people. I feel for a long time I felt like I was the only one, but now thinking back on it, I really think that perhaps I'm not, because I got a package of 200 songs that did not belong to me, and they actually expected me. The expectation was that I would do something with them. I think, otherwise, why would they send it? And I and because of the fact that I wasn't down with with their criminal behavior, they started making my life hellish for a long period of time. So that's my story. These videos are very long, and I'm sorry about that, but that's the reason why it's so hard out there. You got to protect your stuff. I had a notebook full of songs that I spoke about in earlier videos from years ago, stolen, and I didn't have the internet. At that time, my electricity was out. I didn't have the internet. I was totally broke. All I had was my notebook and my pen, and I was like 100 pounds or less because I didn't have food. And so needless to say, I couldn't get anything copywritten. I did call lawyers out of the phone book, but nobody called me back. So I just couldn't do anything with it, and eventually it was taken from me somehow. I don't know how. I can't explain these things. All I know is that cars used to park in front of my house and sit there and wait. So, yeah, that's my story. If I have any advice at all, is protect your songs as soon as you can. As soon as you can. And if you have any dealings with any stars, big name artists, take somebody with you, and be careful. Bye.